Trump's tariffs sent shockwaves across the global economy. But did you know that countries are now pivoting their trade partnerships from the US to Canada? Stick around as we unpack this fascinating geopolitical shift. In 2018, former President Trump introduced tariffs that disrupted international trade. Many countries re-evaluated their economic alliances, and Canada emerged as an attractive alternative. Today, we'll explore 8 nations strengthening their ties with Canada, reshaping global trade as we know it. Let's dive in. Number 8. China, as one of the world's largest economies, faced significant challenges after Trump's tariffs targeted a wide range of its exports, including steel, aluminum, and technology products. These tariffs disrupted long-standing trade relations and pushed China to look for alternative markets and partners. Canada emerged as a key player due to its stable economy and robust trade policies. The Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, CPTPP, facilitated China's decision to strengthen its trade ties with Canada. One notable shift was in agricultural trade, where Canadian canola and soybeans filled the gap left by the US-China trade tensions. In return, China increased its exports of electronics, machinery, and consumer goods to Canada, creating a mutually beneficial relationship. The cultural and educational exchange also played a role, with thousands of Chinese students choosing Canadian universities. Moreover, Chinese investment in Canadian real estate and technology sectors has significantly increased. These efforts showcase China's strategy to diversify its economic partnerships and reduce dependence on the US. The shift in focus highlights a long-term vision for stability and growth in global trade. Number 7. Mexico, a close trading partner of the US under NAFTA, faced disruptions when Trump's tariffs targeted aluminum, auto parts, and other essential goods. This led Mexico to reassess its trade relationships, finding Canada as a reliable ally. The two nations share a history of collaboration, which was further solidified under the revised USMCA agreement. Mexico turned to Canada for its mining expertise, leading to increased Canadian investments in Mexican silver and gold mines. Additionally, agricultural trade between the two countries flourished, with Mexico exporting fresh produce while importing Canadian grains and meat products. The growing collaboration in renewable energy projects has also strengthened their bond. Mexican companies are investing in Canada's clean energy sector, contributing to both nations' sustainability goals. The automotive industry saw a shift as well, with Mexican manufacturers partnering with Canadian firms to bypass US tariffs. Cultural ties, through shared events and education programs, have deepened the connection between these neighbors. This pivot showcases Mexico's ability to adapt and thrive in a challenging global landscape. Number 6. Germany, Europe's largest economy, faced significant setbacks when Trump's tariffs targeted its automotive industry, machinery exports, and steel products. These tariffs prompted Germany to explore new trade partnerships, and Canada emerged as a vital ally. The Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement (CETA) between Canada and the European Union provided a strong foundation for enhancing trade relations. Germany exports advanced machinery, automobiles, and pharmaceuticals to Canada, while Canada supplies natural resources, including timber, agricultural products, and energy. German automakers like Volkswagen, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz have expanded their operations in Canada, focusing on electric vehicles and green technologies. In return, Canadian companies have invested in Germany's renewable energy projects, especially in wind and solar power. Both nations are committed to sustainability, collaborating on initiatives to combat climate change and promote energy efficiency. Academic and technological exchanges have flourished, with joint research projects in fields like artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and biomedical engineering. German universities and Canadian institutions maintain robust student exchange programs, strengthening cultural ties. Additionally, Germany's engineering expertise has greatly benefited Canada's infrastructure development projects. Cultural connections between Germany and Canada are evident through shared events like Oktoberfest celebrations, art exhibitions, and music festivals. Both countries also cooperate on global issues, from international security to human rights advocacy. Germany's strategic shift toward Canada highlights its commitment to diversifying trade partnerships and ensuring economic stability amid shifting global dynamics. This partnership underscores their shared values of innovation, sustainability, and mutual growth. Number 5. India, one of the world's fastest-growing economies, saw its trade with the US face significant challenges due to Trump's tariffs on goods like steel and aluminum. As a result, India sought to diversify its trade partners, and Canada quickly became a preferred ally. Canada's agricultural exports, such as lentils, peas, and canola, became essential for India's food security, while India supplied spices, textiles, and pharmaceuticals to Canada. Beyond trade, the countries collaborated on technology, with Indian IT firms establishing offices in Canadian hubs like Toronto and Vancouver. Education is another pillar of this relationship, with over 200,000 Indian students currently enrolled in Canadian universities, bringing cultural and economic benefits to both nations. Additionally, joint ventures in renewable energy, including solar and wind power, highlight their shared commitment to sustainability. Cultural exchanges, such as Bollywood's popularity in Canada and the celebration of Indian festivals, have deepened ties. Diplomatic relations have also strengthened, with both countries working closely on global issues like climate change and international peace. India's pivot to Canada underscores its goal to build resilient partnerships and reduce dependence on U.S. markets, ensuring a diversified and stable economic future. Number 4. South Korea, a global leader in technology and automotive industries, faced significant disruptions when Trump's tariffs targeted its steel exports and electronics. These tariffs pushed South Korea to diversify its trade network, leading to stronger ties with Canada. South Korean tech giants, such as Samsung and LG, expanded their presence in Canada, leveraging its stable market and tech-savvy workforce. In return, Canada supplied South Korea with essential resources like minerals and energy products, vital for South Korea's industrial needs. The partnership also extended to clean energy projects, with both nations collaborating on hydrogen and renewable energy technologies. South Korea's investment in Canadian AI research has further solidified this alliance. Cultural exchanges have flourished, with K-pop and Korean cuisine gaining immense popularity in Canada, while Canadian media and art are appreciated in South Korea. Trade agreements, such as the Korea-Canada Free Trade Agreement, have removed barriers, boosting economic ties. Additionally, shared values like democracy and innovation make this partnership a model for modern global trade. South Korea's shift toward Canada demonstrates its strategic vision to navigate a changing geopolitical landscape. Number 3. Japan, a global leader in technology and innovation, faced a tough economic climate when Trump's tariffs targeted its automobile and electronics exports. These tariffs strained Japan's trade relationship with the U.S. and encouraged the country to strengthen ties with Canada as an alternative market. Japan and Canada are both members of the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, CPTPP, which has facilitated tariff-free trade and boosted economic exchanges between the two nations. Canada imports high-tech goods, automobiles and advanced machinery from Japan, while Japan relies on Canadian exports of natural resources like liquefied natural gas, LNG, seafood, and agricultural products. This partnership has also extended to renewable energy projects, with Japanese companies investing in Canada's solar and wind energy sectors. Japan's automotive giants, such as Toyota and Honda, have expanded their manufacturing and R&D presence in Canada, focusing on the development of electric and hybrid vehicles. The cultural connection between the two nations is strong, with Japanese art, cuisine, and traditions being celebrated widely in Canada. Meanwhile, Canadian media and education have gained popularity in Japan. Joint research in fields like artificial intelligence, AI, and robotics has further solidified the relationship. Japan's pivot to Canada demonstrates a strategic move to diversify its economic dependencies and maintain stability in a rapidly shifting global trade environment. Number 2. The United Kingdom, grappling with the challenges of Brexit and the fallout from Trump's tariffs, found a dependable partner in Canada to safeguard its economic interests. The tariffs imposed by the US on key UK exports, such as steel, whiskey, and luxury goods, pushed the UK to look for reliable trade alternatives. Canada quickly became a strategic ally, offering a stable and mutually beneficial trading relationship. The UK and Canada signed the Trade Continuity Agreement, ensuring smooth trade even after Brexit. Canada's abundant natural resources, such as oil, timber, and agricultural products, have complemented the UK's industrial needs. In return, the UK exports pharmaceuticals, high-tech goods, and financial services to Canada. Collaboration between the two nations has extended to renewable energy projects, with shared investments in wind and solar energy. Academic ties have flourished, with joint research initiatives in fields like AI, climate change, and medical technology. The cultural bond is strong, rooted in a shared history, language, and values, with extensive tourism and migration between the two countries. The UK's focus on Canada as a trade partner underscores its strategic move to diversify markets and reduce reliance on the US, ensuring resilience in an uncertain global economy. Number 1. France, a cornerstone of the European Union, faced significant trade challenges when Trump's tariffs targeted European goods like wine, cheese, and industrial machinery. In response, France turned to Canada as a reliable and complementary trade partner. The Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement (CETA) between Canada and the EU provided a strong framework for seamless economic collaboration. France's famous exports, including luxury goods, high-quality wines and gourmet food products, found eager markets in Canada. In turn, Canada exported seafood, grains and energy products to France, strengthening their mutual economic ties. The two countries have also collaborated extensively in the aerospace and technology sectors, with French companies like Airbus expanding their operations in Canada. Canadian tech firms, in return, have partnered with French counterparts to advance research in artificial intelligence and renewable energy. Education remains a significant area of cooperation, with numerous student exchange programs and research initiatives between French and Canadian universities. Cultural ties are particularly strong, with the French language being a shared bond, especially in Quebec, where French heritage thrives. Joint festivals, art exhibitions, and cinema projects further celebrate their deep cultural connection. Diplomatically, France and Canada work closely on global issues such as climate change, international peacekeeping, and human rights advocacy. France's pivot toward Canada underscores its strategy to build resilient trade networks and reduce dependence on the U.S., ensuring a robust and diversified economic future while strengthening a partnership rooted in shared values and history. From Asia to Europe and beyond, these 8 countries show how shifting policies can redefine global trade. Canada's diplomacy and strategic positioning have made it a go-to partner in an uncertain world. What do you think about this trade transformation? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more insightful content.